Alright, this is a review for my setups on June 15th. First up here, GM, gap down. It has kind of trended back up a little bit here, but does not move very much. It wasn't something I was interested after that gap down. Took it off of my watch list. Next up here is HBI, Hanes brand, another one that gap down, doesn't move very much, so no point in watching it after that. And Nike was a huge gap down, came down to the other moving averages and broke right straight through them, so nothing to do there as well. Target took one trade in after the gap down, came back, tested the lows, put in a 5-minute hammer candle, which did fail and rolled over and is now basically imploding on itself. That one ended up being a loss. Next up here, AIG. AIG did gap down, held fairly well, reclaimed the range I was looking at, and then put in a topping candle. Got out for a small gain there. Next up here is Bank of America. Bank of America doesn't move very fast, gap down right to my support once I noticed buyers here on the tape and there was a buy imbalance on the open. Went ahead, took a little bit of a trade here at 23.58, rode it up as high as I could until I saw a little bit of a spike in volume and a break below the red candle, which told me to get out. I think the banks have actually rolled over since then. CFG, another one that opened up, gap down, didn't quite get in fast enough here when it reclaimed the initial range I was looking at, but once it came above yesterday's high, triggered into a position, came up putting in a topping candle and break below, which trailed me out. COF, Capital One Financial, huge green candle here, took as a breakout type of trade. Stop loss was a little bit closer to around $80, so not too far away. Not a huge position, so once it put in this candle here and this candle had virtually no volume in relation to everything else, so that didn't scare me on a break below it. Didn't even see volume come in until it touched down here at this moving average, so nothing to worry about at that point. Once it put in this candle, however, that had some volume to it, as well as the breakdown, which told me it was time to get out. Discover, DFS was another one that gapped down, put in an opening green hammer candle here, got in just above it. Once it put in a topping red candle over here, went ahead and got out. This one I didn't pay too much attention to. Probably could have cost me a little bit, however, as it wasn't extended far enough away from the moving average to really worry about. Next up here, JPM gapped down. Once it reclaimed the range I was looking at and put in an indecision candle, break above was my clue to go ahead and get in. Looked like it was going to resolve itself to the upside, which ended up failing. Overall, it ended up being a pretty good trade there. Did make a little bit of profit there. Next up here is USB, another one that gapped down, put in almost a green hammer candle on the open. Once it reclaimed the range, got in and just kind of put in a little bit of a flag and then failed to break out and hold above that flag. Overall, I did have one loser here, and there were seven winning trades. 3 of them actually did not trigger. The S&P recap will come later.